Hello again. This is John Bernstein of William George Associates, your Office 365 Project Online and Project Management Consulting company. Today, I want to show you how you can manage and report on your therapy development, clinical operations, key performance indicators in Project Online. I will be using the Remedy Bio site to demonstrate this. Remedy Bio is a configured Project Online instance designed to show how therapy development can best be managed in Project Online. Please note, in order to gain a more thorough appreciation of the Remedy Bio site as a best practice biotech project management model, please see my Remedy Bio overview video. The Remedy Bio overview is also available on the Project Online page on the williamgeorge.net site. I'm going to start the demo by showing you the Program Plans page and a view that contains the KPIs we will be following. So here's the Program Plans. Here's my portfolio of clinical study projects, and the view I'm using here, if we take a look at the ribbon, is the KPIs clinical view, which is showing me these three KPIs. And these three KPIs are the CSR complete, the P1 through P3 planned cycle time, and the P1 through P3 planned cost. The CSR complete field, this first one, yes/no field. Yes, defined as the yes/no flag to identify if all clinical studies are complete. I created a milestone task in my clinical plans to identify the plan and actual date that this actually occurs. For demo purposes, this field is a simple yes/no, but you could easily make a similar KPI that captures the plan date or the actual date or other relevant information. The planned cycle time KPI, the second one, is defined as total planned time to complete all clinical studies for phases 1 through 3. Is a project level roll-up of the entire duration of the given clinical study plan. It would be easy to be more discrete and create similar KPIs to measure the planned cycle time for each of these phases. And finally, the last one is the KPI planned cost. This is designed to track all planned costs for a clinical study plan. It rolls up the task level planned costs into a project level total. I should note that the KPI phase 1 to phase 3 planned cost field is shown in this view as a red, green, or white graphic indicator associated with it. And red indicates the value is 1 million or more. Green indicates it's somewhere between 0 and 1 million, and white indicates that the actual amount is still 0. I now want to show how a clinical operations plan looks in Microsoft Project, the desktop client. I open my plan, open this IBD project, or Program 1 Clinical here, clicking on this schedule icon. This launches Microsoft Project if it isn't already open, and opens my clinical operations plan. It's just taking a moment, and there it is. And I'm going to go ahead and do a little bit of housekeeping here. So I want to select this clinical KPIs entry view. And I want to go ahead and make sure that I have my Gantt chart set to show the entire project. And I've organized the plan into a series of phase-based clinical milestones. So I show these milestones here at the top, phase 1, phase 2 and phase 3 milestones, clinical ops milestones, clinical study milestones. And the second part is followed. Second part is a more elaborated work breakdown structure that organizes and tracks the actual work to arrive at the related milestones above. So as you go through and do these tasks, these detailed tasks, and this is kind of a simple elaboration here, but it's certainly a start to showing the work involved in these various studies that have to take place. And as those complete, we would then also complete the related milestone above. So I've set dependencies between this work completing and the milestone above. And that's the basic structure of my plan. And so in order to get my plan ready, I first need to review the duration and costs for the tasks in my work breakdown structure schedule. These are the basis for 2 of my KPIs. So if I take a look at the duration and cost, I've set those up as 2 of the fields shown here. And if I look at the values for those, for each of these detailed tasks, I want to confirm that these are the amounts, for instance, for the durations for each of these study steps as I progress through. And likewise, are these costs that I've captured here about the right amounts for each of these steps in the process of completing these studies. So I want to make sure those are right, first of all. And then once I have done that and I've tailored my schedule to our exact timing and other requirements, so I set the timing of this to coincide with my IBD therapy development program. After we've done all that, then I can go ahead and take a baseline. And this will save our planning dates and planned work and planned costs into a set of baseline fields that now represent our best thinking for this original plan. And the way I do that is I go to the project tab, and then from the ribbon there, I can select this set baseline. And note here that these values are about to be set up here. So for the entire project, I'm going to set this baseline, say OK, and voila, my planned cycle time now has a value, and so does my planned cost. Just set right here. Get that to show. It's not going to show, but it's less than $1 million, as we note. So this goes ahead and creates the values for our planned cycle time and planned cost fields. Now we will let our project proceed, and periodically we will update our progress. Over several months or even years, we will finally complete all of our studies. At this point, our CSR complete milestone task will be set to done, and our overall clinical studies complete KPI will also be set to yes. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is take a look at this ALS Program 1 Clinical Studies project, which we see has completed, started in 2015, finished in early 2018. And so I'm going to go ahead and open this one in Microsoft Project again, and just take a moment for it to open the project for me. And once it does, I'm going to go ahead and click into this entry view again. We can see here that all the work is done. So I'm going to go ahead and click the Clinical KPIs Gantt chart, which just shows me the project summary tasks and the roll-up values for this project. And my KPIs happen to be 3 of those values here. And I've gone ahead and set this flag, this CSR complete flag, to yes. And that is indicated by this green stoplight indicator. So updating the KPI could easily, updating this KPI could easily be automated and triggered by the completion of a certain CSR milestone in our overall plan. As I was showing before, go back to this plan and go down to the bottom of it. Perhaps we could automatically set that KPI that could be triggered by the completion of this last task in our plan, or a similar task somewhere in the plan that we agree is the completion of that CSR milestone. In any case, we now have seen how each of these 3 KPIs are set and managed in our clinical operations schedule. And now I want to show you how we can report out on the status of our KPIs across the clinical studies project portfolio. Project Online is configured in Remedy Bio and enables us to establish a consistent project management process for all of our therapy programs and the related clinical studies projects happening in each. Thus, we can now generate a Power BI report that looks across the portfolio and shows the progress of our clinical studies KPIs. So here's my report, which is also a page in my Remedy Bio site. And the clinical studies report, I'll just walk through how this works for you. Pretty simple report. Got a slicer up here at the top based on condition. And as I select a condition, the project or projects related to that condition show up in the report below, the table below. The table shows us the names of the clinical study projects and the current values of each of our 3 KPIs. And I can click out here and see a more comprehensive view across the portfolio of all the clinical study projects and the related KPIs. This report is easily disseminated out to key stakeholders in our organization, and those viewing it would not require a Project Online subscription. It can also be embedded in SharePoint Online, as I have done in this video. And very powerful reporting capabilities available here in Power BI as it is linked to Project Online. And that is my introduction to how you can manage and report on your clinical KPIs in Project Online. This is John Bernstingle from William George Associates, here to serve your biotech program management needs using Office 365 Project Online. Thanks for listening, and please contact me to set up a free consultation.